It is time now to take a deeper dive into all things business in the state, including a look at the Indiana General Assembly in special session now, and with a panel of insiders this week. Very happy to be joined by Beck Communications Group President Lara Beck. Also, Indiana GOP Director of Diversity and Engagement, Whitley Yates. And Visit Indy Senior Vice President Chris Gahl. Welcome one and all to the Insiders.
Thanks, Gary.
For a look at what's happening around the state, and a lot of attention, obviously here in Indiana, but importantly around the country, is focused on the Indiana Statehouse now in special session. Lara, a session that was initially called to deal with the governor's idea for a tax refund, essentially. But really, the abortion bill is taking center stage. This is a very fluid situation, obviously. Things are going to change between now and when this airs around the state this weekend. Right. But your take on what you're seeing at the Statehouse now?
Well, I think I think everyone here will likely agree too. I mean, this is an incredibly heated issue. It's very personal. And I think what's becoming apparent is it's not a popular issue because no one likes the bill. You've got the Republican base that doesn't like it, and then you've got pretty much everybody else that doesn't like it. So I think they're really politically going to be challenging to push something through and to do it without really taking the time and having the testimony. The biggest challenge too, especially for the supermajority, is from a political standpoint, this was supposed to be all about tax relief and getting money back to the taxpayers. It's going to be completely overshadowed by this because that's all anyone is thinking about, talking about on a national and international scale.
Yeah, Whitley, your take?
I think, I'm going to be honest, what Indiana is doing, I think, is right. Not having a trigger bill that goes into effect that allows for citizens to come to the Statehouse to voice their opinions, for it to go into committee and be heard, I think is the right thing to do. We do have some contrast within our own party as well as contrast on the outside. And so the intricacies of passing something that Hoosiers are going to have to live with and be happy with is going to be challenging. But I do think that the General Assembly is up for the task. And so I'm putting my faith in them and my faith in the Hoosiers that their voices are going to be heard.
Chris, harkens back to, as you mentioned, passions on both sides of the issue. Certainly, we've seen demonstrations inside, outside the Statehouse. Kind of harkens back to the RFRA debate and controversy a number of years ago. And there was a lot of attention at that time placed on the potential economic impact of that bill. Do you sense anything similar in this case?
That's a great question. There are a handful of conventions and events who have proactively expressed concern. They are watching what Indianapolis, Indiana is doing over there at the Statehouse. Too soon to tell if it'll be a RFRA-esque type situation as the bill continues to be fluid and moving. From a perception standpoint, there's a sharp focus on Indianapolis, Indiana. National media are covering the daily movements of our Statehouse, and so that ultimately affects the brand in one way or another, and we're keeping a close eye on it.
Yeah. Quickly, Lara, but on that whole tax refund issue, how do you see that playing? Because a lot of disparate thoughts on that too.
There are so many disparate thoughts on it, and I think that's part of the challenge. Is I think everybody has an opinion, and I think that it's going to be really hard to see what happens. And unfortunately for the Republicans, this is just going to be totally overshadowed by what's happening with abortion and the abortion ban.
Hey, Chris, want to get to you too on the convention business, because obviously the convention sector impacted greatly by the pandemic, but so much business is now back. Is it back to what you would consider normal?
Report today, 95% recovered. When you look at downtown and the hotel occupancy, when you look at the number of people arriving daily to our airport inside of our convention center and future booked business. So we're up about 5 percentage points in the last 60 days, and so 95% recovered towards 2019 levels.
Yeah, do you see that, sense that nationally as well, or is Indianapolis a bit of an outlier?
We're faring better than other major cities, and that's because we've just consistently had this path forward with meetings and conventions and the infrastructure downtown. Big issue, diversity, inclusion, equity in the workforce, and development of pilot project announced this week, a partnership between the Central Indiana Corporate Partnership and the Indy Chamber, and really dealing with inequity in the workplace. The business community is coming up to support this, to get a number of companies with some great content related to this. Whitley, as you look at this initiative, again, a pilot project, your thoughts, is this the start of something that could
turn into something.
It definitely has the makings to be transformational. I think all of the data suggests that when you have a diverse and equitable workforce, the company is better. Dividends are better, revenue is better, morale is better. And so taking a strong investment into a pilot program like this and having businesses come alongside practitioners to do what's best for business and for people, I think is always a move in the right direction.
And I think it's free to the participants because of support from a couple of foundations, and I think the corporate community is playing a role as well. Those, I assume, would be good signs that there's support for this in a big way.
Absolutely. I think what we're going to have to make sure that we're doing is making sure that it's not performative and that there are KPIs and key performance indicators so that we know this is where we are, this is where we're going, and we are able to track the transformation of the companies over time.
As you look at economic development around the state of Indiana, a number of areas have activity. I think none more, perhaps, than Fort Wayne in Northeast Indiana. This week, Trine University continues to expand its footprint, a $40 million investment in Fort Wayne for a new health sciences, health services building. In Fort Wayne, again, Trine continues to grow, and I'm constantly amazed at how Fort Wayne is continuing to
I was going to
grow.
say, Fort Wayne is happening. I mean, it's one of the most dynamic areas in the state. And interestingly enough, it's the second fastest growing metro area in the Great Lakes region. And they've captured $3.4 billion in private capital investment since 2014. I think they do regional economic development. Their partnerships are really strong. They've got a strong mayor with Mayor Henry up there. It is definitely one of our premier cities in Indiana and a huge anchor in that part of the state.
Yeah, that's something you focus on. You know, here, certainly Fort Wayne, a different size city, but what they're accomplishing is substantial.
We need, as a state, we need Fort Wayne to be successful, and they are. Their infrastructure, their conference center, their baseball team, their downtown district, their cranes in the air, and so as the second largest city in the state of Indiana, we need and want them to be successful. And again, I think Mayor Henry is really to take credit for that.
Yeah. Staying on the education front, somewhat. Notre Dame going cashless. Anything significant about that? You know, it seems like, Bankers Life or Gainbridge Fieldhouse has gone cashless. So many different places are doing that. But Notre Dame says, yeah, we're doing it in all of our food halls and all the different things.
Yeah, I think it's the future. I mean, it's where, and it's definitely where the kids are. I mean, you might have a grandparent or two who is going to have a hard time getting a beer at a game when they pull out their 20. But for the most part, I think it makes a lot of sense, and it makes things much easier for them also too.
Anything in the conventions space in the cashless world?
Visitors don't carry cash. It's the trend. It has been for many years, and so cashless is going to be the normal here within moments, and our kids won't even understand what the bills look like.
Yeah.
I don't think Notre Dame loses enrollment. In fact, I think they save money, and it's a healthier way of doing business.
Yeah, exactly. Another interesting story to me, Lafayette Square, and that's an area that's been a focus for a lot of years. How do you get Lafayette Square, be it the mall or that area? The international marketplace, I think, has been a success story, but that area, how do you kind of redefine it and get some excitement? $50 million, an entrepreneur who has big plans for that area, says he's already put $50 million in upgrades so far to Lafayette Square. Whitley, do you think this is a sign that after various ideas and various efforts, this is one that may stick?
It's going to be very hard to tell because, as we all know, malls and these large commercial entities are not surviving. What I would have liked to see there was like a Gaylord amusement park, inside, outside. But I do think that having a mixed use element that has this live, work, play idea can be beneficial specifically to that area because there are a lot of people that are walking and transients, and so I think having more things to do and people living there could be the key.
We're out of time. That's the last word. Whitley Yates, also Lara Beck, Gahl. Thank you, one and all. And we'll be right back after this.